Hi, this is Matthew Chan, author of the Turnkey Publisher series. And in this video, I want to talk a little bit about Daniel Pink's book, A Whole New Mind. Now, this is the hardcover version that I bought a few years back. He has since released an updated version since the hardcover. In any case, the content of the book is still fundamentally the same. Now, in A Whole New Mind, Daniel Pink discusses the issue of the workplace, more specifically how workers are going to have to survive in the new age. And he talks about three areas: the issue of abundance, the issue of Asia, and the issue of automation. And what it comes down to, in short, is that anything that is repetitive, that can be programmed and can be automated, will be shipped overseas, where it's far less expensive to hire the labor to do the same job. And so anything that is programmable, that is very logical, very linear, and process-oriented, is ultimately going to be farmed out. And people who are doing these jobs here in the U.S. are going to suffer because they're going to find those positions disappearing. And in Daniel Pink's book, A Whole New Mind, he discusses how the right brain, your right mind, is going to become much more important in the years to come. What that means is, the areas of communication, the idea of conceptual thinking, and being creative is going to be much more important, because right now, as it stands, you cannot really teach computers to be good communicators. I mean, someone still has to write the material behind it, the text behind it. They are not capable of conceptual thinking like human beings are, and they're not capable of being creative. So as long as you keep those skills within yourself, you stand a much better chance of surviving the new economy. And the six broad areas that Daniel Pink discusses are design, story, symphony, empathy, play, and meaning. And in short, I'll just go through them. With design, he's talking about that aesthetics matter. And there's no better proof of that than Apple Computer, who has mastered the art of designing basically very boring pieces of equipment. I mean, technology has traditionally not been very exciting. It has been an evil that most people have tolerated just to get the benefits. But Apple has practically single-handedly made technology cool through their design efforts. And regarding story is the ability to communicate, such as this video that I'm making. I'm telling you a story, and we as human beings like to tell stories, we like to listen to stories. So Daniel thinks that that is an important skill to have. He talks about symphony. Symphony, like big picture thinking, how different components fit together, and elegance. Basically, the higher abstract thinking is where it's at when he talks about symphony. Now, the other component he talks about is empathy. The empathy component being the human quality, the emotional component of being able to empathize with another person. Delivering a message in such a way that it is human, not just simply blurting it out, for example, or saying it in such a mechanical way. How you deliver a message is also very important nowadays. Play, he talks about how human beings have to engage in a play. We have to incorporate fun into what we do. Again, I turn to Apple as an example of that. Okay, Apple has done a tremendous job of marketing their products and conveying it that is cool, it's fun to use, and so forth. Look at the iPod. It is cool to have an iPod. It is fun to use an iPod. And the last thing is meaning. And in order to survive in this world, and with all the information we have, it is up to us as human beings to sort out what is important, what is meaningful. So one of my jobs as a publishing coach is to not be an encyclopedia. My job is to direct those pieces of information, those ideas that are relevant to you and your position and your status and where you're going and so forth. And so I highly recommend you get a copy of Daniel Pink's book, A Whole New Mind. That when I got that book, it confirmed many of the suspicions I had that being just a plain technical expert like I was at the time was not going to be enough. It was not going to be part of the future. I had to become a different person. I had to evolve into doing business a different way if I was going to survive. And it's turned out that I was correct, especially in this recession and so forth. And the economy continues to change. The recession continues to march on. It is up to us to use our right brains, our creative sides, to spot new opportunities as we go forth. Anyway, thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I'll see you in my next video.